Hey Matt, just a really quick video. Just want to show you the system I've set up here. So yeah, a few basic things in the setup tab. You just want to make sure that these are all accurate. That's all fine for now. And the important thing is that it needs these IDs, which are just the bit between, kind of just in here. That's the ID that Google Drive uses to find things. So if you do want to change the folder location, that's fine, but just make sure you grab that ID. This is just for your convenience, but the system actually uses the ID. Same for the teacher's guide. If we need to change those, we'll have to update these, and that's no problem. That's all good. So once you've got the setup done, now you can come in here, add your schools. This is something that's constructed from your basic information, so it will be the same. So anything in grey, there's no need to touch. And these columns here will fill in as the code goes on. So with this one, I guess. So this is how we know that they've been emailed out. And so the system is, put in the school name, contact first name, things, make sure these are all filled in. And then it's just a case of coming up to automations and generate PRFs and email them out. So it won't, as long as it's got that PRF link and the PRF ID, it won't do that step. And if there's nothing in here, then it'll email out. But if there's something in there, it'll ignore it as well. So if you want to ignore it, stop it emailing out, then just put something in these things here. So what actually gets emailed out? Basically, it just takes a copy of this PRF. It fills in some details for them, so that you don't have to do it, and they don't have to do that. And then, it should just be a case of filling that out. In terms of how you look at it, you can follow the link, obviously, or you can come over to PRF display and just choose it from the drop-down. And that will both update the link over here, but also bring in all the data from it. It won't be as nice because the tick boxes don't translate over, but that's all good. And here I've got all the schools that were there last year, so maybe you could copy those over. But I said they don't have the contact email addresses, and don't worry about a few other these other things. That's all good. So that's how it works. I'd love to go into the code, but that's probably beyond the scope of a quick conversation. So just want to make sure if you do change where you want them stored, then make sure you go in here. Otherwise, just make sure you grab that ID. Same for if we have to update the teacher's guide, which I just produced based on the assumption that last year's data still works. In terms of the back end, we've got our event guide, we've got our teacher's guides. That's all good. Your volunteer stuff's all in here, but the PRFs are going to be stored in here, and the master participant registration form that lives over here. So in Alice Springs, all your PRFs should be in there. And I just generated 2 of them just to check that it worked, and it was sending out the correct attachment. Okay. Cool. Any questions, let me know, but hopefully that should be fine. Automations, generate PRFs and email them out. And that's just going to loop through, and it will tell you if anything goes wrong, but make sure you've got a contact email address, and then at least their first name and their school, so it can fill in that data. Deals.